I mean, you're Greek, right? And Greece is the cradle of European civilization. You refer to EBRD, which is the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, where I used to work at the time of the financial crisis. And I remember when I came back to Brussels in 2010 to work for the Council, it was in the middle of the European crisis and Euro crisis. And in my country, Finland, there were a lot of articles, a lot of people who were objecting to and vehemently arguing against any notion that Finland would act as a part of a guarantee to a plummeting Greek economy, no matter what kind of cradle of civilization it would have been or has been, but it was in dire straits and everybody was thinking that it's total shambles and why should we put euro in there? Now, that debacle went away and mysteriously silence has prevailed for many years. Now, you were also, before this job, you were for a while a deputy minister in the Greek government, and the Greek government has managed something of a miraculous turnaround that, at least in my country, is not talked about. You are in an upward trend. You are a thriving economy at the moment. What happened?
Well, solidarity pays off. That I would say within Europe. I think there was the financial market crisis and created a certain situation. I think Europe remained together. I was actually negotiating, with Martti Hetemäki and your ministers at that moment. But I think solidarity paid off. I think the euro came up stronger. It's one of the beneficiaries, as Mrs. Lagarde said a couple of weeks ago in a number of speeches, that we are benefiting from this overall situation from the US. Euro is stronger, the European economy is better, and Greece introduced a lot of reforms that made it, one of the best performers in Europe in terms of growth. Spreads, Greek spreads for Greek bonds are lower than the spreads of France at the moment, tighter to the German bonds spreads. And with the growth, we contribute, Greece contributes also to European growth, to European prosperity. The same way we have shown solidarity to Ukraine altogether, and the same way we have showing now in another area, not in the economic area, solidarity to the position of Finland and our all member states on the Russian border. So I think in the European family, history has showed that solidarity pays off. Discussion pays off. Sometimes it's difficult discussion, but it pays off. And, when it comes to economy, reforms pay off. So,
and you have
in the last,
quite
a lot of reforms. Yes, a lot of reforms. I mean, I was just a deputy minister, but I did 10 major reforms the first 6 months I was in office. So I think reforms pay off. 4 of the 6 best performers in terms of growth of the countries presented in the IMF, economic outlook this spring, there were countries that did a lot of reforms under similar crisis conditions. So I think it's good, and solidarity should stay within the EU, and citizens, European citizens should, learn the lessons of this sharing solidarity.